There's something that happens at the precipice of what you think are your mental limits. A breaking point. You can give in or you adapt. Doubt creeps in, the threshold. But these limits are self-imposed. And the moment you realize that, you find out just how much more you have left to give. That's what I'm about to show y'all. I'm giving myself 3 months to go from an injury and barely being able to run at all to running a 50K. I'm gonna find that breaking point. Yeah, I think it was around November, and I felt that my left knee was starting to act weird. And it was acting weird in a way that I hadn't experienced before. It felt like something was wrong. I couldn't really put weight on it. Lo and behold, going to the doctor, they told me that I had a small tear. I kind of wallowed for a full month because I'm a person that really likes to get out there and do things and be physical. And that sucked. Last year, I took on Chimborazo. I ran an Ironman 70.3, and those were immensely physical efforts. I climbed 14ers regularly, and I spent a lot of time in the mountains doing all that. And I guess the overuse creating a tear in my knee, that's not exactly what I wanted. So I'm gonna preface this by saying I'm not a runner. I don't enjoy running. This isn't my favorite thing to do. I have never run a marathon. I had never done a half marathon. I had never done a 10K. I don't even think I've ran a full 5K before, but rolling over and giving up, that's not in my blood. So naturally, I was looking for a challenge. I was looking for a way to check a box off and say, yes, I have come back. I am ready to do some crazy things. And so I did some Google searching just with the ballpark of 3 months. Lo and behold, 3 months from when I was looking into, there's the Chucking Up 50K. It takes place in Bellingham, Washington, March 17th. And I told myself, that's it. That's the one. That's what I'm signing up for. So getting back into training was rough because the first few jogs, runs, whatever I did, even walking was difficult for a little bit. I felt this dull ache in my knee, and every time I would try and do these things, it would flare up and it just wasn't great. So the first week or so was really about just putting myself back on my feet, letting the joints and the muscles get used to the fact that I'll be moving for lengthy periods of time all at once. The training becomes a very massive and important part of your life. And you really need to plan your day around your training. You need to wake up every morning and know that you're going to train, you're going to eat to train, you're going to sleep it off. You start thinking really deeply about these things, and it becomes the most pivotal aspect of your life. Mile and a half in, my knee is acting up again. I'm gonna have to walk out the rest of this, which is okay. We're just going for time on foot right now. But I need to come up with a solution for this soon. part of the protocol is definitely like continuing to strengthen the muscles around my knees, but you know, that's a long-term solution. I need to figure out something where I can still keep training and actually do 5Ks. Not bad. Not bad at all. Trying out compression sleeves. We'll see how this goes. Seems like it's adding a little bit more mobility. Thankfully, I have a coach. His name is Kyle, and he's an incredible guy. This guy's a beast. This guy's an absolute beast. And he has this philosophy on running, which I really like. Because, again, I don't like running. I don't like putting miles in on the road. You know, I like being out in nature and doing stuff on trails, but keep in mind, all this training I'm doing is happening during the winter, so it's either on a treadmill or it's on cold pavement. His philosophy is you get stronger in the gym. That means your body can handle the punishment of running further. We have pretty much leg day every single day to an extent. There's capacity training involved to essentially strengthen the muscles around the joints that we really focused on this time around, because an injury, you know, you want to get stronger, you want to make sure that you're protecting yourself. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have some sort of running training. This is where the mileage would come into play. And then every Saturday, we have a long endurance test. So that's either a long run or a run with crazy elevation gain and low mileage, something of that extent. All right, I'm nearing the end of January. I think today's the 25th. And I signed up for a half marathon, canceled because of these conditions. So instead, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do my race virtually. But yeah, I have to do it in just because the sidewalks are still icy, so I want a little bit of traction. But yeah, here we go, half marathon. This is going to be the hardest press that we've done yet, so let's do it. About a mile in. It's really hard. I figured today would be tough. About 2 in now. Yeah, I need to walk a bit. So, the knee, it still kind of hurts. I got compression sleeves on though, so that helps a bit. But yeah. All right. 6 miles in. Almost halfway. All right. I am 9 miles in. Dua Lipa blasting in my ears. We've actually managed to maintain a pretty steady pace. We're rewarding myself with some walking. My knees flaring up just a little. But yeah, now we push for 4 miles and I'm gonna bring this home. That came off. 11 miles in now. Home stretch. It's not gonna look pretty, but it's gonna look done. My right knee is locking up. All right. 13.05. We done it. We did it. Oh, we did it. Oh, I feel like I got hit by a bus. We did it. Oh, I'm gonna Okay, so it's the second day after I did my half marathon run, and I just want to report back. So one thing I'll mention is my left knee is the one that's actually pretty messed up, but my right knee, I think because of the compression sleeves, it ended up restricting the mobility of my right knee to a point where I think it actually started to hurt more than the left one. Um, Even in the recovery process, I found that going up and down stairs in the last like 20 something hours, it's been tougher on the right knee. So, um, yeah, I think, I mean, all in all, they're both recovering, but yeah, it's good to be mindful of. I think that maybe compression sleeves aren't going to be a good long-term solution. I think they'll be good for training with and doing in the gym, but I don't think for the actual race I'm going to wear compression sleeves. I think I'm going to have to um just go raw without them. The whole first month was just me honestly just getting my ass kicked over and over and over. So yeah, I think now that my legs are proving to cooperate, I think the next step here is we just have to double what I did last week. We're going to be pushing really hard over the next few weeks, and I think there's going to be a lot of strength work involved. This coming weekend, we have a really hard push with the long runs, trying to cover distance. So yeah,